Well, that didn't take long. Good old Lake Stevens strikes again. Not more than 24 hours after I post a video about the epidemic of pedophiles and scumbags and sex offenders and whatnot here in this beautiful town. A good friend of mine down the street that lives in this beautiful area says that his kids were at the McDonald's down in Frontier Village, and they had a guy expose himself to them and try to invite them into the bathroom because he said, "Don't worry, it won't hurt." Don't worry, it won't hurt. That's a pretty powerful statement when it comes to knowing what he wants to do to a child and its after effects of what that does to a child. Isn't it amazing? Not 24 hours. That tells me that you can't throw a stick 5 feet without hitting one of these scumbags. You know, it was funny. One of the first comments on the video that I did was somebody saying I was inflating the numbers and this and that and the other thing. And I was talking to my girlfriend about it. And I was like, what? There's always one. There's always one that wants to say, no, you're wrong, and it's not so bad. And how dare you talk about my beautiful city? And I didn't understand. I was like, this is a guy. This is a guy who's saying that I'm wrong, like I just made up a number, like I'm doing this for fun. Guys, this doesn't make my life any easier. And I asked her, I was like, why would a guy do this? What a stupid thing to say. Like, we know the numbers, we know the facts, we know the stats, we know all this shit. And she made a brilliant point. She goes, because you're calling him out. Because these people are like, I don't want to know. Because if I do know, then I look like a bad man, a weak man, because I like that blissful ignorance to where my wife can go jogging in the mornings and it's easier to not worry about her if I think there's nothing going on. My kids can get out of my hair and ride their bikes across town and go down to the park, and I don't have to worry about them, and I can go do what I want to do. See, worry is not easy. Being concerned is not easy. Being vigilant is not easy. It's pretty consuming. It's not fun, but it's the right thing to do as a man, as a father, as a brother, as an uncle, as a grandfather, whatever. If you have people that don't have a voice or they can't defend themselves against monsters like this, you have no choice. That's the way it should be. And they're taking the easy route. And by me talking about it, makes them uncomfortable because they like that little warm and cozy, comfy, blissful ignorance that they live in. Because it's easy for me to concentrate on work so I can pay for my boat and my, $1,800 a month pickup truck or Porsche or whatever have you. I'm gonna have to take time out of my day to protect my family. That's interesting. God forbid you take time out of your day to protect the people that you love. Oh, we are so lost. Not 24 hours later, a buddy of mine's kids were exposed to a man's genitalia while he looked at him and said, "Come into the bathroom with me. It won't hurt. It won't scar you for the rest of your life. It won't rewire your brain. It won't affect your relationships from here to God knows how long or forever. Won't ruin your outlook on life. It won't break you. It won't make you turn to drugs. On and on and on we go. Satisfy my wants. And to hell with you and what happens in the aftermath. People just aren't good at being people to other people anymore. They're really good about being liars, being deceitful, dishonorable, weak, cowards. Well, I can tell you this, based upon the small amount of time I've been doing this, there is a shockingly large amount of men that are foaming at the mouth and chomping at the bit to be a part of something that needs to be done. Here's your sliver of hope for you. I know what's in my inbox. I know the people that send me messages. You think that I'm attacking cops and saying they're not arresting people? You stupid son of a bitch that said that. Cops do arrest people. And then the courts let them out. How's that fucking hard for you to understand? I tell you what, don't take my word for it. See how this sits with you.
I didn't make out what you just said.
I said, so the law, what you're telling me is that the law is that you go based off the incident of when you were raped, not when you found out that you were raped.
Correct.
Gotcha. So you could just keep drugging and raping people as long as they don't know.
Did you have other questions?
I have a lot of questions. And right now I'm really upset and I'm really angry. And if something happens to my children or to me or any other woman, like, you guys are responsible for this. I'm really devastated right now that you guys are doing this and that I can't get any answers or any justice.
Pretty sobering, isn't it? Hard to watch. It is hard to watch. But hey, what the fuck do I know?